is still evolving. This week, two Republican congressmen are grabbing headlines for their comments on the subject. Both congressmen are on the Committee for Science, Space, and Technology. Both of them. The latest remark came from Congressman Todd Akin. You remember him. He's running for the Senate seat in Missouri.
I take a look at both sides of the thing, and it seems to me that evolution takes a tremendous amount of faith. I don't see it as even a matter of science, because I don't know if you can prove one or the other.
All right, that was Todd Akin. A tape also surfaced this week of Georgia Republican Paul Brown talking about evolution.
All that stuff I was talking about, evolution, embryology, Big Bang Theory, all that is lies straight from the pit of hell. And it's lies to try to keep me and all the folks who are taught that from understanding that they need a savior.
With me now, Bill Nye, CEO of the Planetary Society, and of course, the science guy. Good to have you, Bill.
Good to see you, Craig.
Todd Akin says believing in evolution requires faith. Paul Brown says it's a lie from the pit of hell, a lie straight from the pit of hell. What goes through your mind when you hear things like that?
Well, first of all, I, as a science educator, have failed. I failed.
No.
Evolution was discovered. It's not something people made up. It was discovered, and the evidence for it is astonishing. It's overwhelming. Charles Darwin, back in his day, took flowers. He took roses.
Oh, they're props. I love it when you bring props.
He compared the different varieties of flowers, and he came up with a very reasonable explanation of species. And he used the same techniques that flower breeders use today, little tweezers, magnifiers, and he studied the ova, the eggs and pollen of flowers. I mention this only as an example. What do these guys do, I ask myself, when they take their children to a conventional natural history museum and their fossil dinosaur bones? But one of the problems that both of these guys brought up was the age of the Earth, and I say that as a scientific question.
Yeah.
What is the age of the Earth? And near as I can tell, they each assert, and this is my perception of their words, they each assert that the Earth is 10,000 years old, something like that. But I'm sure that they both, if they don't have smoke detectors in their house, they probably have been in hotel rooms that have smoke detectors. And these rely generally on a tiny piece of americium. Americium is one proton more than plutonium. You make americium in a nuclear reactor. And you're able to make americium because you understand how neutrons and protons interact. You understand nuclear physics. And by understanding it, you infer that the Earth is 4.5 billion years old. That's science. Those are facts. You can't just close your eyes and make them not true.
But here's the thing, we're talking about this. This is nothing new. There was Rick Perry and Michelle Bachmann. I think we have clips from both of them. These are Republicans who both ran for president talking about evolution. Take a listen.
It's a theory that is out there. It's got some gaps in it, but in Texas we teach both creationism and evolution in our public schools.
Ask him why he doesn't believe in science.
Because I figure you're smart enough to figure out which one is right.
In questioning the idea of evolution, there is a controversy among scientists about whether evolution is a fact or not.
Is that true? I mean, is there a controversy? Okay, well, I'm not a scientist, so I want to make...
No, but there's no controversy among scientists. There's controversy
So what do you think
among...
the motivation is here?
Well, this is always a troubling thing. I got to tell you, our ancestors have made these discoveries. This is the best idea humans have ever had, this process of science, this way that we understand the world around us and our place in it. And to set aside those discoveries arbitrarily betrays really the best in us. It betrays the best use of our brains, wherever you might assert those came from. So this is very troubling. Furthermore, what are the three worship words this fall? Jobs, 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 right? So if you want jobs in the United States, you have to have technological innovation. That's what sets the United States apart. We are no longer the world's best or most economical manufacturer of certain goods.
Right.
We are the technological leaders. If you want, for example, a smartphone, you look to inventors who come from the United States, and these people understand science.
Bill, let me put up, this is what Governor Romney has said about evolution. This is in 2007, and this is according to the New York Times, saying in part, quote, "I believe that God designed the universe and created the universe, and I believe evolution is most likely the process he used to create the human body." There's a view there that tries to bridge science and religion. That's a view that's shared by a lot of folks. I know that you have said in the past that you're an Obama guy. You're voting for the president. What do you think of Governor Romney's view there? Is that fairly enlightened?
Well, it's okay. As I say, I'm not going to address anybody's religion. I mean, this is not what I'm talking about. What we do in science and in critical thinking, you have a claim, an assertion. In this case, the Earth is 6,000 years old, 10,000 years old. I can show any reasonable person that that's not right. That's wrong. That is a wrong claim. And it's off by a factor of 1,000,000.
We are going
and furthermore, evolution is a fact. We can prove evolution to you. And if you want to deny that stuff, you're setting aside what makes humans so good.
We are going to leave it right there. And Bill Nye, I say this, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart, this has been perhaps the most educational 4 minutes in cable news this week. I appreciate that.
And while you're voting, everybody, take into account climate change. While you're voting.
That's a separate segment. That's a separate segment. Thank you, Bill. Do appreciate you as always. Bill Nye, the science guy there.